A woman walked into a therapist's office in 1962 with one strange complaint. She kept choosing the same man. 3 relationships, 3 different faces, 3 identical endings, each one ending in silence. Every partner was charming at first. Every partner became emotionally distant by month 4. Every partner left her wondering what was wrong with her. She told the therapist she was cursed. The therapist told her something else. She was being faithful to a ghost. That ghost is the same one pulling you toward the partners you cannot reach. And tonight, you will finally meet it. Her name is Eleanor. She was 34 years old when she sat down in that office in Zurich. On paper, her life was elegant, a career she liked, friends who adored her, a small apartment with sunlight in the kitchen. But every man she loved became a closed door, slowly, politely, without explanation she could name. She thought she had bad taste. She thought she had bad luck. She thought she simply had not met the right one yet. The therapist asked her one question that changed everything. He asked her to describe her father in 3 words. She said the words quickly, without thinking. Distant, brilliant, unreachable. Then the therapist asked her to describe the last 3 men she had loved. She froze in her chair. The words were identical. Distant, brilliant, unreachable. She had not chosen 3 men. She had chosen one man 3 times. But Carl Jung discovered something even more uncomfortable about this pattern. It was not nostalgia. It was not even simple repetition. It was a sacred attempt by the psyche to finish a story that was never allowed to end. Eleanor was not chasing men. She was chasing completion. Picture this. You meet someone new. Within minutes, something inside you lights up. You cannot explain the pull. They feel familiar in a way strangers should not feel. Your body recognizes them before your mind does. That recognition is not chemistry. That recognition is the unconscious seeing its own reflection. The jungians have a name for what just happened to you. It is called projection, and it is the quietest, most powerful force inside your romantic life. You have been doing it without knowing. Inside every psyche, Jung said, lives an inner figure of the opposite. In women, he called it the Animus. In men, he called it the Anima. This inner figure carries the imprint of the first love you ever knew, complicated and never quite received. That figure is shaped by your earliest relationships. The parent who was warm but withheld, the caregiver who was loving but disappeared into work. The voice that praised you only when you performed, the face that turned away just when you needed it most. Your psyche memorized that face. And now, as an adult, it scans every new person you meet, searching for one thing, the same emotional signature. When it finds it, you call it love at first sight. What it really is recognition. Eleanor's father had been a quiet, accomplished man who loved her in theory. He praised her grades, never her tears. He sent her to good schools and forgot to come to her birthday. He told her she was special and then disappeared into his study. Her child's psyche made a decision in those years. Love is the thing you almost have. Love is the door that almost opens. By 34, she could not get aroused by a man who stayed, only by a man who almost left. Stay with me here. This next part will explain something about yourself you have never been able to articulate. The partners you choose are not random. They are not even your fault. They are your nervous system trying to heal an old wound by recreating the wound. This is what Jung called the compulsion to repeat. The unconscious does not move forward, it loops. It loops because it is waiting for one specific thing, a different ending to the same old story. If your first love taught you that affection is intermittent, you will be magnetized to intermittent affection. If your first love taught you that closeness is dangerous, you will pursue people who keep distance. You are not broken, you are loyal. You are loyal to a template no one ever showed you, and that template lives in the place Jung called the unconscious. The therapist asked Eleanor to do something simple. He asked her to make a list. Down the left side, every man she had loved seriously. Down the right side, the exact moment she fell for them. Not the meeting, the moment, the specific second when something inside her opened. She wrote slowly. By the bottom of the page, she was crying. Every moment was the same. Every man had pulled back from her in some small, almost invisible way. A delayed text, a canceled plan, a glance that landed elsewhere. That was the trigger, not their warmth. Their slight withdrawal. Her body had been trained to read distance as love. This is the part most modern therapy never addresses. The unconscious has its own intelligence, and it is not always working for you. It is working for the old story. It wants the ending it never got. so it casts the same actors again and again. Each unavailable partner is an audition for a play your psyche refuses to close. You are not the writer of this play. You are the lead actor, still hoping someone will rewrite the third act, but they cannot. Only you can. Comment below if you have ever fallen for the same kind of person more than once. Share the word that describes the pattern. Drop one word in the comments. Recognition. Because seeing it is the first crack in the loop. Now stay with me, because what comes next is the part that changes everything. Eleanor returned to therapy each week for a year. She did not work on the men. She worked on the figure inside her, the inner companion her psyche had been searching for in every face. She wrote letters to him, the unreachable one, the brilliant, distant inner man who had haunted every relationship. She asked him what he wanted. She asked him why he kept hiding. She listened for answers in dreams and quiet hours. Slowly, something shifted. The figure stopped feeling like a curse. It started feeling like a part of her. A part that had been waiting, not for a man, but for her own attention. The Animus did not want a partner. It wanted a relationship with Eleanor herself. This is the secret Jung whispered to his patients. The inner figure you project on the partners was asking to be claimed by you. The brilliance you see in unavailable men is your own buried brilliance. The depth you chase in distant lovers is your own unmet depth. The mystery you cannot resist in cold partners is the mystery you have not yet entered in yourself. Every unavailable partner is a mirror. They are showing you the parts of yourself you have outsourced. Your fire, your ambition, your solitude, your wholeness. When you fall in love with someone unreachable, you are falling in love with what they seem to possess. And what they seem to possess is what you have not yet given yourself permission to own. Eleanor began doing one practice each night. It changed her life within months. She sat with a notebook for 10 minutes. She wrote a conversation between herself and the inner figure. She asked him questions. She let him answer in writing without thinking. Whatever came, she wrote. At first, the answers were small. Then they grew strange and wise. He told her things about herself she had never named. He told her she had been waiting for permission. He told her the man she was looking for had always been a doorway, never the destination. He told her that the love she wanted was a love she had withheld from herself. And then he grew quiet because she finally understood. Picture this practice for yourself. Tonight before sleep, take a notebook. Write the qualities of every partner you've been pulled toward. The unreachable ones, the brilliant ones, the ones who almost loved you. Write the qualities, not the names. Look at the list. That list is not a description of men or women. That list is a description of the inner figure you have been searching for outside yourself. Now write one sentence. What if these qualities are mine to develop? What if I have been outsourcing my own soul? This is what Jung called withdrawing the projection. You do not stop loving. You stop searching. You become the very thing you were chasing, and the pattern, slowly, loses its grip on you. The compulsion to repeat ends when the wound is no longer asking the wrong person to heal it. The wound asks you instead. That is the only true rewrite of the third act. You do not find a different partner. You become a different self. And then, almost as a side effect, different people start appearing. People who are warm without distance. People who stay without performance. Their nervous systems are calm. Your nervous system finally recognizes calm as love. The old template quietly dissolves. Eleanor did not marry someone unavailable. She did not marry anyone for several years. She used the time to build a relationship with herself. When she finally chose a partner, he was nothing like her father. He was present, ordinary, and steady. And for the first time in her life, she did not feel cursed. She felt chosen, not by him, by herself. If you have been pulled toward the same kind of partner again and again, you are not unlovable. You are unfinished. You are still searching outside for the figure who lives inside. The unavailable partners are not your failure. They are your map. Each one is pointing back to a part of you that has not yet come home. And the homecoming is the work. Tonight, write the qualities. Tomorrow, choose one of them. For 30 days, embody that quality in small ways. If it is brilliance, study something that fascinates you. If it is mystery, take yourself somewhere alone. If it is depth, sit with your own silence. You are not chasing a partner anymore. You are integrating the figure. You are completing the story your psyche has been trying to tell. The same partner stopped appearing in Eleanor's life when she stopped needing them to deliver her own soul. The pattern broke when the message was received. Your shadow is not your enemy. Your projection is not your failure. They're the only language your unconscious has to tell you who you really are. The unavailable partner is the messenger. The pattern is a letter, and the letter has always been addressed to you. This is the Archetype code, the work of meeting yourself, all of yourself, even the parts you have been looking for in someone else. Welcome to the path home.